Hey everybody. It has been a little bit since we've chatted. A lot's been going on, and I thought that we would play a little catch up. Today is a special person's birthday, so we're actually getting ready to go on a little trip, and I'm super excited about that. This past week, I only worked 2 days of the week. I had a migraine on Monday, and I stayed home. But I worked 2 days this week, and I was absolutely exhausted just because, I'm trying to get used to it again. I had my ups and downs. I first started out with, I don't want to be here, but weirdly enough, the more conversations that I had with people at work, the less that I hated being there. So I think that's a good thing. That means that I like the people that I work with. So that's positive. That's a win. What else? I do like structure keeps me kind of more stable and not as, I guess, loopy. I don't know what else to call it. I don't have as many mood swings. And, the Air Force did give me structure. And the government, for the most part, has given me structures. I have to take from that the positive aspects of it. So I do appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, last Friday, I had an absolutely amazing time. I had so much fun. I did an author reading in Tehachapi, California. So many people showed up. And by that, I don't mean like 500, but for me, more than 2 is so many people. Some of them people that I had never met before. The library supervisor was an absolutely amazing woman. She was very, very helpful, very gracious, just a good person. I went through, I did the reading. We were actually pushing time because you only get an hour to do those. Towards the end, my person was kind of standing in the back, and he was being my recorder so that I could show people the videos later on so that you could get an idea of what does it even mean? What am I even doing? And he's standing in the back and he starts going, and I was like, oh, okay. So we had to cut it shorter than what I could have kept reading. And it wasn't just me reading. We had an interactive conversation. I shared my experiences with people, and they asked me some pretty deep and personal questions, and it felt good to them and to feel connections with these people. Normally, kind of I'd call myself a loner maybe, or it's not antisocial, it's more asocial, I think. And I stick close to just my family, but also like the few really close friends that I have. And so I wouldn't typically picture myself in that situation and being okay with that, but I was okay with it. I was felt like I was on a high, just a sugar high, or when you run, you get runner's highs. And that's what it felt like. So I really had a good time. Afterwards, a bunch of us went together and had dinner at a place in Tehachapi. It was called Prime, and it was Indian food. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Tasted so good. The flavors were just spot on. Again, more really, really good conversation. Now, I learned a lot about some of these people I've worked with for years, and it's amazing how much you just don't know, about people. And then when you actually put yourself into that situation, it's like it opens up a whole new world for you. And I appreciated their time. Everyone looked like they were having a really good time. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Bookstores or library, little events anywhere. Just reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested. I can read any of the books that I have. I can just talk about my writing process, which I did at the Tehachapi reading, which was, it was the first time that I had been asked that question. And I really appreciated it because I hadn't thought about it, Teresa asked me, she said, well, could you tell the people about your writing style and how you come about it and how you create your characters? And that really had me looking more into myself to figure out, what is my process? How do I look at these things? I had wonderful comments, and somebody in the audience told me or asked me who did my cover art. I do all my cover art. I do the writing, I do the editing, I do the cover art. Now, I have wonderful beta readers, and they help me a lot, and they do a lot of work. I have wonderful editors. They're my family. some of my close friends. So I'm not at a point I can't. This is more of just a fun hobby, a thing that I like to do, and I can't pay for a professional publishing service or a professional editor. I have to do this and to rely on my friends and family that offer their help. And so I was pretty happy when they asked me who did my cover art, and they said that they loved it. They said that it was really good. And I told them, I said, I do it. And the way that I do my cover art is as I'm writing these books, each one, they're pieces of me and they're parts of my life, even if they're fiction. And so I take photos of my family or of, in the case of Finding Bonnie, me and my friend Bonnie, back when we were just joining the military together. The book Abigail, that is my third great grandmother, Libby Allen, on the cover. I do the art because I do enjoy art, all the different kinds, but I also I like to include people that I love in these books that I'm creating, these novels, these things that are going to probably last longer than I will in this world. So that's how I come up with it. Fast forward now. Friday was the Tehachapi reading. Fast forward to Saturday, right? Friday, absolutely amazing day. I had the day off, just revved myself up for this reading because, again, like I get nervous. I was on cloud nine. Saturday, we get up in the morning. I'm not even going to say the location. I don't even know the person's name, but I will not say the location because it doesn't matter. It's the whole concept of this, right? Me as a beginning author, learning the whole process through Google, ChatGPT, other authors, people that I talk to, my editors. So I'm just constantly learning, which I do enjoy. I love it. And it keeps your brain growing, I guess. It keeps all the little neurons snapping and creating new pathways. So there's this small bookstore, new location, had a grand opening on Saturday. I saw it on Facebook. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I would love to go and check it out. A, I love to read and I love books. B, selfishly, I'm thinking, I could bring my books and see if they would be interested in them. And I thought I can get a video of showing up and what it looks like and kind of advertise for them in a way. Just let the world know that they exist out there. So I'm all geeked out for this. We show up and there's this gathering of people. I don't know if I'd call it, at first I thought it was a line, but it's just this gathering of people, maybe like 15, 20 people. And they're all standing in front of this bookstore that's having this grand opening. So I'm thinking, that's awesome. Like, holy moly, there's so many people there. We walk inside, we walk into the back of the store, and first, there were no other customers in there for this grand opening. It was just me and my person. As we're walking past, there is this sweet little black poodle dog that jumps down off of its little cushion and comes over, and we give it some pets, and we're having a good little time there. There's a person in there, and they've got kind of a definitely less than 1 year old. I'm going to say maybe a 6 month old at the very most. And the baby's crying, and they're there helping to set this new bookstore up, right? So it's the people that work in the store are there. I walk to the back. I'm kind of just taking it all in and looking at how cute it is and getting a couple snapshots of the cute little setups that they have. Get to the back, and there's this woman sitting. And so I'm all giddy and excited. And I walk up, my two little books and my little stack of novel information sheets that break down everything about the novels in like a one-pager so that you could read it. You don't have to go to the internet. You don't have to do anything. Just read it. Do I like it? Am I interested? Am I going to look into it any further? I walk up to her, and she's doing something. She's doing something at her table. And she looks up at me, and I was like, hi, I have some books, and I'm a local author, and I was just wondering if you would be interested in carrying any of these books and having any of them on your shelves for the local area people that live here to check them out, see what they think, let me know. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you have constructive criticism or feedback for me? All of that. I want all of that. Well, so I'm going to be her right now. And I'm sitting, and I have just walked up to her, and I yanked the books out of my hands. And I just go, well, the formatting's all wrong. It's supposed to be fully justified or left and right justified. You should have the title of the book up in the corner of each page and your name in the other corner. You did this wrong. This sucks. You're horrible. You're stupid. Like, what are you even doing? Why are you wasting my time? She didn't say those things. That's what I'm hearing. She did say the things about the formatting, but I'm hearing just, why are you wasting my time? So I stand there and I continue to listen, and I'm taking notes. I'm literally taking notes on my phone of the actual worthwhile feedback that I'm getting, because there is some. I didn't know you were supposed to fully justify it. Like I said, I Googled everything to see, what am I supposed to do? And everything I read said, do it the way that I had been doing it. Do the spacing at 1.5, do this. She completely tore me apart. It felt like I'd been punched in the gut, really. But I stood there and I held my head high. And I listened, and I thanked her for her time. And she, at the end, she said, well, I mean, you can leave these here with me if you want. And I looked at her and I said, you know what? It sounds like I have a lot of work to do still. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to go and work on them, check out the formatting, make them better. And she went, yeah. All the while, my person is standing off to the side, clenching his fists. I can see him getting visibly upset, just so completely annoyed. And I'm thinking, okay, we just need to go. So we leave, nothing crazy. Oh, I totally forgot. At one point, she sets my books down. I'm saying setting them down. She more like throws them down. She might as well just spit on them. And she walks over. I didn't even know where she was going. I was like, oh gosh, they're that bad? And she didn't read any of the content, never read the back of the book, nothing like that. And she walks over to her shelves or wherever she went. I'm just standing there in a daze trying to process this whole thing. Like, is this happening right now? She comes back with 4 or 5 books, very well-known authors, amazing authors. One of my favorites, Where the Crawdads Sing. I love that book. I love that movie. It's a beautiful book. But when I say that, I love the content. I mean, I guess if I opened that book up and it was written in crayon, then maybe I would say, what is this? I can't even read it. But I don't pay attention to that stuff. I look at what's inside. Crazy. So she's ripping at those to show me, see, this is how. This is how it's supposed to be. Do you see how this is? You should emanate them and do what they're doing. All right. First of all, I have never been a conformist. I don't conform. I push against conformity. In fact, if you just ask my mom, I've always been very rebellious, and I purposely do the opposite of what people expect me to do if they're expecting me to do something. And if I don't need to get paid, like if it's on a personal level. At work, obviously, yes, I follow the rules. I do what I'm supposed to do. I do what I'm told, unless something's like completely outlandish, and then I question it, right? But I do it respectfully and I do it professionally, because I'm an adult. I'm a professional adult. That is what you do. Well, when it comes to being artistic, I can do whatever I want. And luckily for me, I have a job that I can support my family. I don't need to make a living off of writing these novels. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it's fun. I do it because it's therapeutic. It's a way for me to kind of channel my energy and, also all the crazy imaginative things going on in my head. When I was little, I used to do that. I would write these really weird little books and get in trouble because somebody was getting stabbed in the book. I'm sorry. I've had a dark side forever. I don't know what to say, but I am unapologetically a nonconformist. So if you're telling me that I'm supposed to only do my work based off of what everybody else is doing, then don't read it. Then don't waste your time with it, because you're going to hate what I'm putting out there. If not, awesome. You're my people. I wanted in my brain at one point, when she was showing me these books, I just wanted, and I wouldn't say it because it's rude and it wouldn't accomplish anything, right? But at one point, I'm just thinking, so you're superficial. Okay, so all that matters is the cover, and apparently mine is pixelated and ugly and horrible. And one woman brought me her book, and the cover was just beautiful. The cover art was amazing. And all I could think of is, I have to read this book. Why wouldn't I? In fact, you know what? I might just get engaged to this book. Okay, well then I'm not for you, because my art isn't because I'm trying to get people to buy the book. My art is because that is a part of me, because that is what I feel, because that is what makes my heart happy to put out there. So that is why it's there. My characters in my books, they're people that I have known in my life. I always make it to where, unless the people want to be known, you wouldn't know who they are. I've only had one memoir, so all the other ones are fiction. It's not like they actually did any of these things. But when I'm writing, I'm thinking about my character, and people come back to me that I know she won't mind if I say it. A lot of times I'll use my best friends. So I'll have Rachel in there. And of course her name's not going to be Rachel, but it's going to be her. So she'll be there. Or my friend Quinn. If you ever read one of my novels and there is a red-haired girl in the novel, it's either Quinn or Rachel, right? That's just who it's based off of. There have been a few. I want to say in Abigail, the character Lila, she was completely made up. Probably just of parts and pieces of all these different people that I've met in my life, or maybe even a person that I just wanted to exist. But I was absolutely flabbergasted with what happens. All right, continuing on. We get out of the store after I've said, yeah, I'm just going to bring these back with me and untaint your bookstore. And as we're walking out, the slew of people that were standing in front of the bookstore, they were playing Pokemon Go. They weren't there for the grand opening of the bookstore. They were there for Pokemon Go. So my constructive criticism back would be, show a little humility. Not everybody is Stephen King. So my thought on that. The other thing is, as far as posting these videos, I'm trying to find my own rhythm. My people, my family have told me I post too much and I should find more of a niche. And maybe since I'm an author, I should focus more on my novels, maybe, just podcasts about that. So I'm working on it. And I do believe that I do like structure. And so I may be doing it once a week on a certain day. I just don't know what day I work. So, and we go places on the weekends sometimes, or I have kids and I'm doing stuff with them. So I'm still trying to figure all that out. But in the interim, just know that I'm a human. I'm trying to figure all this out. I am researching how to make the novels better as far as formatting. As far as the writing is going to be what the writing is. Other than I have gotten really good feedback from one of my beta readers, and he really helped me delve deeper into the characters. But that was something that I agreed with, and that I also thought, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I should make them more substantial, more real. So that'll change, but that's I think normal progression. But other than that, I have, and will always be who I am. And that is someone that isn't superficial and that reads the book or the back of the book. And that's how I decide that I want to spend some of my time on whatever it is that I'm doing. Maybe not a book, but whatever. I don't really care about the facade or the outward appearance. I'm not superficial. I mean, I don't know, maybe I am, and I just don't know it. So there you have it. That's, I think, being caught up so far on what's been going on, back to work, the author reading, and just living the dream. So have an absolutely wonderful day. And there will be more videos after we are done with our little trip.